Good afternoon and welcome to the Standing Committee meeting for Monday, May 17th, 2021. Council will continue to meet virtually until further notice. Meetings can now be viewed live on the City Channel and live streamed on YouTube. Our first order of business is public comment. I would like to remind all speakers that the rules of council state that comments are limited to matters of concern, official action, or deliberation, which are or may be before City Council, and profanity will not be permitted. Once you are announced, please provide your name and neighborhood for the record. You will be given 3 minutes to speak. Our first speaker today is Jessica Miller. I do not see Jessica Miller with us. So our next speaker will be Ikuhana Haumalkina. And trying to check. I don't see her either. Therefore, our next speaker is Elaine, Nadzam. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
It's Eileen Nadzam. Nobody ever pronounces it correctly, so no problem. Actually, what I wanted to state is that, again, this has to do with the bike paths. I recently discovered, it was on the news, that we have a business that is moving out of downtown Pittsburgh because the bike path people, instead of having compassion for the handicapped, eliminated handicap parking spaces to the degree in downtown where this business, a tax-paying business, I assume, is moving out of the city because they couldn't even get parking so their clients could get into the building. And then I went to Phipps Conservatory this past week, and they have also removed handicap spaces there for very healthy bike people to ride in. Now, I have taken part in every Zoom meeting recently, and in general, I find these bike people who are in charge to be pretty responsive, but nothing has been said. And I'm absolutely amazed in a city where probably half of the people who come into this city, we have like half of this city has hospitals and people who are here for medical care and people coming in from out of town for medical care, that to me, the idea that you would have these people remove handicap parking space for people who really need it is absolutely outrageous. I want you to know that my husband died last year and I went through a long period of time where I needed that handicap space. And it makes a very big difference. And I do not understand how you could allow something like this to go on. And I just find it disrespectful and outrageous behavior. And I think you need to change it immediately for like a very small and possibly elite part of the population that wants to ride bikes. They can't do it at night. They can't do it and buy 4 bags of groceries at one time. They're basically doing it for enjoyment. You know, you've screwed up traffic in Oakland because you don't put turning lights in where you've taken lights away, you've taken lanes away. And it's absolutely outrageous. And now to take handicap spots away from people? I don't understand what you think you're doing, because it's not helping people at all. That's what I have to say, and I hope you take this under serious consideration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That does exhaust our list of registered speakers, so we'll move on to our standing committee agenda. Would the clerk please take the roll?
Reverend Burgess.
Here.
Mr. Coghill.
Here.
Ms. Gross.
Here.
Mr. Kraus.
Here.
Mr. O'Connor.
Here.
Mrs. Cal Smith. Ms. Strasburger.
Here.
Mr. Wilson.
Here.
Mr. Lavelle, Chair.
Here.
8 members present.
Thank you. Our first committee of the day is Finance and Law, which is chaired by myself. We have one new paper, which needs held for an executive session, Bill 1475.
Bill 1475, resolution authorizing the issuance of a warrant in the amount of $25,000 to John M. McCurry in full and final settlement of an employment matter.
Motion to hold for executive session.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill will be held. We now need a motion to approve the invoices.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
One abstention. Invoices are approved. Thank you very much. We now need a motion to approve the P cards.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? P cards are approved. We now that takes us to our Public Safety Services Committee chaired by Councilman O'Connor. One new paper, Bill 1476.
Bill 1476, resolution authorizing the mayor and director of public safety on behalf of the city to enter into an agreement with Swank Motion Pictures, Inc. as a sole source for rental and display rights of certain movie entertainment for events to be held by the Office of Special Events.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That takes us to our Public Works Committee chaired by Councilman Coghill. We have a couple supplemental papers, Bill 1493.
Bill 1493, resolution providing for a letter of amendment to the agreement with the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation for costs associated with the construction phase of the South Side Signals Project, providing for the payment of municipal incurred costs not to exceed $3,350,000, federally reimbursable to 100%, with a municipal share of Commonwealth incurred cost of $0.
Mr. Chair, Madam Clerk, could we read 1498 as well? They're companions.
Sure.
Thank you.
Bill 1498, resolution further amending resolution number 647 of 2020, effective December 23rd, 2020, as amended, entitled Resolution Adopting and Approving the 2021 Capital Budget and the 2021 CDBG Program and the 2021 through 2026 Capital Improvement Program by increasing Southside Signals by $250,000.
You're muted, Councilman. And now we lost him. Motion to approve. Very brief discussion, please. There he is. I just want to thank members for bringing these forward to standing committee today. As I said in the earlier meeting, this is a project that's been underway. I got to say somewhere in the vicinity of 5-6 years now. Ultimately, this puts a traffic signal in the intersection of 18th and Josephine, but it also redesigns every intersection from Carson, Sarah, Jane, Mission, Arlington, and Amanda. All done by federally funded dollars with very little put through from our capital budget, which you see the $250,000. So I appreciate member support. We're going to make a whole lot of people really happy today. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Both bills are recommended.
Thanks, everybody.
Madam Clerk, you can also take 1503 and 1504 together as their companion bills.
Okay, Bill 1503, resolution granting unto Midpoint Group of Companies their successors and assigns the privilege and license to construct, maintain, and use at their own cost and expense subsurface tieback anchors, a guide rail, 12 bollards, a check wall, and a tree pit at 1450 Caldwell Street in the 3rd Ward, 6th Council District. Bill number 1504, resolution amending resolution number 13 of 2021, vacating a portion of Caldwell Street and portions of Our Way in the 3rd Ward, 6th Council District of the city by extending the expiration date of the payment from the property owners to the treasury of the city from 605 days to 730 days from the effective date of the resolution, August 1st of 2019.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Both bills are recommended. One deferred paper, Bill 1367.
Bill 1367, ordinance extinguishing an easement in 20-foot strip of real property adjacent to the easterly side of 21st Street, 50 feet in width between Smallman Street and Railroad in the second ward.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion?
If I might jump in, thank
Councilwoman
you.
Gross?
Thank you. So I'm not going to ask Mr. Coghill, I can see his face already. I'm not going to ask him to hold it one more week. I'm not comfortable with this bill. Honestly, wish I were more comfortable, but I did what I told him I would do. And I have gotten some feedback from the neighborhood organization, and I've talked to the developer. I really didn't get back comments, although I've tried for a couple of weeks with St. Stanislaus. They have had issues around, they're right at this intersection. So just a reminder, right, this is 21st and Smallman. And there's a lot changing. As I said last week, and I'll say again, we've been waiting for 2 years for a better mobility plan from DOMI. There's, as you can see for yourself, if you go down to the Strip District, so many concurrent construction projects happening at the same time. And each parcel is kind of left to its own devices about what it's going to do. And it is not coherent, especially this past weekend with beautiful weather. Finally, there are people walking all over places, all the way up to like really heavy pedestrian traffic all the way as far upriver as like 26th, 27th. And people are just kind of like making their own way. Some places there's no sidewalks. You don't know what's happening. People are going to different destinations. And I really encourage council members to go down there. And usually I take people in my own car, but we haven't been doing that because of social distancing, because there's parking surface lots where there used to be buildings. And people have gotten kind of temporary parking permits, and then there's no parking where there used to be surface parking. And so it's kind of mayhem down there. So I'm not going to support this at this time. I really feel that we need a better plan. Not that there's, and there's an argument, I think, both for and against whether the property owners here have some kind of property rights to this easement. I've read the legislation from 1975, and when they granted this easement of 20 feet to the city on 21st Street, the other side is where the fish company used to be. And they gained the city gave them 40 feet on that side of their property, plus cash in 1975 at the old Bankovitz sites. And it's like Mr. Bankovitz who signed the easement himself in 1975. So I just, I'm going to abstain today. And I think we don't want to wish that we had this space back in order to implement safety plans or even the kind of aspirational plans for creating public space and an inviting perpendicular connection to the riverfront that is written into the community plans and the Strip District plans for many years now. So that's all I've got to say, Mr. Coghill. But I promised you I would not motion to extend one more time, so I won't do that.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those.
Oh,
sorry, Councilman Coghill.
No, that's okay. No, I just wanted to thank Councilwoman Gross for letting it go. I'm sorry you're not completely comfortable with it. I wish you were. And I know you've had talks with the attorneys, representing the developer, and they have sworn to me that they will work with you on any of the concerns you have. So we'll hold their feet to the fire as far as that goes, if it does pass. So thanks.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I'll abstain. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
One abstention.
No.
Bill receives a affirmative recommendation. New papers, Bill 1468.
Bill 1468, resolution vacating a portion of Coke Way laid out in the new homestead plan of lots recorded in plan volume 18, page 1 in the 31st Ward, 5th Council District.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Bill 1469.
Bill 1469, resolution providing for an agreement with Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's Department of Transportation for local costs associated with the State Route 4000 project and providing for payment of municipal incurred costs not to exceed $42,289.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Bill 1470.
Bill 1470, resolution approving the recommendation made by the Director of the Department of Mobility and Infrastructure that the streets Benton Avenue, Alamont Way, Whitewood Drive, Cedar Brook Drive, Kentmore Drive, Coleridge Place, Coleridge Street, and Shinley Manor Drive be paved with asphalt in accordance with section 41706 of the Code of Ordinances.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Bill is recommended. Bill 1471.
Bill 1471, resolution authorizing the mayor and director of the Department of Mobility and Infrastructure to apply for grant funding from the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources Community Conservation Partnerships Program to provide funding for the Three Rivers Heritage Trail repaving project. The grant proposal includes an ask of $112,988.70 with a local match of $112,988.70 to come out of the 2021 city's capital budget. In the event the grant is awarded, this resolution provides for an agreement and expenditures not to exceed $225,977.40.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Bill 1472.
Bill 1472, resolution further amending Resolution 97 entitled Resolution Providing for a Contract or Agreements for the Design, Repairs, Maintenance, Improvements, Emergencies, and/or the purchase of materials, equipment, and supplies in connection with the McFerrin Street Bridge project and providing for a reimbursement agreement with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of Transportation and providing for the payment of costs not to exceed $3,750,000 to increase the total not to exceed amount to $3,807,030.36 for final payment of work performed by Gulisek Construction.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That takes us to Urban Recreation Committee chaired by Councilman Burgess. First new paper, bills 1465.
Councilman Reverend Burgess presents Bill number 1465, resolution authorizing pursuant to Chapter 173 of the Code, the naming of a public foundation located at the northeastern corner of Allegheny Commons as the Patricia Reagan Rooney Memorial Fountain.
I need a motion to hold for public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill will be held for a public hearing. Bill 1466.
Bill 1466, resolution authorizing the mayor and Department of Parks and Recreation to enter on behalf of the city into an amended agreement with Allegheny County Department of Human Services for the city's operations of its senior community centers. And in order to add $20,827.04 of supplemental compensation to city for direct contact service employees providing direct consumer contact services via the senior program's Grab and Go Meal program. Said amended agreement shall be for a term of 1 year at no cost to the city, with compensation to the city in the amount of $804,277.04.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Bill 1467.
Bill 1467, resolution authorizing the mayor and Department of Parks and Recreation to enter on behalf of the city into an agreement with Keys Service Corp. with regard to the 2021 AmeriCorps Summer Program. Said agreement involves the matching of funds and shall be at a cost to the city not to exceed $12,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That takes us to Innovation, Performance, and Asset Management Committee, chaired by Councilman Strasburger. First new paper, Bill 1477.
Bill 1477, resolution authorizing the city's Department of Parks and Recreation to enter into relevant agreement with Information Age Technologies, Inc. for the co-pilot annual subscription fee for the Healthy Active Living Senior Centers software subscription used to collect data and reporting of services to Allegheny County Department of Human Services, Area Agency on Aging, as mandated by our contract with Allegheny County at set negotiated prices to be determined over a term of 3 years.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Bill is recommended. Bill 1478.
Bill 1478, resolution amending Resolution 147 of 2020, authorizing the city to enter into a professional services agreement with Core Business Technologies for software, equipment, and services related to the installation of payment, processing, and cashiering system for the Department of Finance to fund the contract for the remainder of 2021 at a cost not to exceed $55,830.15, and to include additional integration at a cost not to exceed $6,000, and providing for the payment of costs not to exceed $452,382.32 for years 2015, 16, 17, 2020, and 21.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That takes us to our last committee, Intergovernmental Affairs Committee, chaired by Councilman Gross. One paper, Bill 1473.
Bill 1473, resolution adopting plan revision to the city of Pittsburgh's official sewer facilities plan for East Liberty Center, 6135 and 6145 Penn Avenue.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Does council member have any comment on the project? I think 6135, Councilman Burgess, this is your district. 6135 and 6145 Penn Avenue.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
wanted to
trying to
give you-
get, trying to see where it's at.
Just trying to give you the opportunity here.
I think I'm good.
I didn't get any notice from my staff, so I'm not sure if there's anything you need to know.
Yeah, I don't know either, so I'm good.
Okay,
Don't have any red flags.
that's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Bill is recommended. That does exhaust our agenda for today. We do have meeting announcements. This Wednesday, May 19th, with sessions at 11 a.m. and 12 p.m., Council will hold a briefing on the University of Pittsburgh Master Plan. Next week, Council will hold our regular meeting on Tuesday, May 25th, and Standing Committee meeting on Wednesday, May 26th, both at 10 a.m. To register to speak, please fill out the sign-up form on the council meeting webpage by 9 a.m. the day of the meeting. You may also register by calling 412-255-2138. Council will hold 2 Cablecast public hearings next week as follows. Tuesday, May 25th at 1:30 p.m. on Bills 1394 and 1408 as they relate to renaming Niagara Parklet and formalizing trail names in Frick Park. And Wednesday, May 26th at 1:30 p.m. on Bill 1335 as it relates to Larimer Avenue zone changes. To register to speak at these hearings, please fill out the sign-up form on the council meeting webpage by 11:30 a.m. the day of the hearing. You may also register by calling 412-255-2138. Are there any announcements from members? If not, just would like to remind the public that tomorrow is election day and encourage everyone to go out and vote. We now need a motion to excuse the absent member and approve the minutes and adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.